After a personal review of a match that took place Saturday, December 7th, I'm coming to the realization that there are fighters in boxing who can definitely turn things around. And in the case of a match that took place between Brad Pauls and Denzel Bentley, middleweights, I've come to a realization about Denzel Bentley, who was successful in this endeavor. Bentley has shown me, once again, as other fighters in the past in history have shown me, that he can get something done. And when he fought Janibek, he may not have been ready for Janibek. But there's nothing that says right now that if he happens to face him in a rematch, that he won't be ready. Let's talk about this fight between Pauls and Bentley. Queensberry Promotions put on another Magnificent 7 card on Saturday, December 7th. And the card was quite a successful event. We're talking about the fact that this card gave us boxing across the board, heavyweights, middleweights, lightweights. This was an opportunity to see some of the best fighters out of the UK come together as they were closing out the events of boxing for the year. And it was quite successful. And what I really liked is the fact that the variety that we found, and the matches took place in Wembley Arena, a place that many people enjoy boxing in the UK. Wembley is a place, when you put on a live boxing event there, it really gives you a sense of stadium style boxing, stadium event boxing. And they did it with class. And there were tons of people who were there to enjoy this event. The main event Brad Pauls against Denzel Bentley. This was for the BBB of C, the EBU, and WBO International Intercontinental title in the middleweight division. And this was a quality matchup. Now, the previously undefeated Pauls entered this fight as the favor. But Denzel Bentley is a fighter who has fought the better opposition. And though he's the younger guy at 29 to Paul's 31, that seasoning, the experiences that he's had, is what made the difference in this fight here. Now, Pauls came out. He's a strong young man. And as I stated, he came in with a record of 19-1 with one draw. And he's known as the Nuque Bomb. 5'10", solid fighter, decent strength, and punching power. His previous loss prior to this fight was against Tyler Denny back in February of 2023. He lost a unanimous decision. This fight here would find him contesting Bentley, who, again, is a fighter that is struggling to really find his way back in the top class of the division, because he has had a title shot. That title shot coming back in November of 2022, where he faced Janabek Alumhanule. And that was for Zanabek's WBO title. He lost a 12-round decision, but the scorecards were 116-112 twice and 118-110. When I watched that fight, I felt that Bentley, who started out very strong and great, was in a situation where he should have been encouraged a little more to do more. He wasn't able to do that. And so therefore, when he found himself in, I guess you could say, the deeper waters against Zanabek, he didn't go for broke. He didn't try to impose himself physically. It looked more or less like he wanted to go the distance. But he was so much in that fight that just a bit of pushing, just a bit of instruction, I felt could have got him toward that title. This fight against Pauls, he started out very strong. Bentley started out over the first 3 rounds, pumping a solid jab, following it up with right hands, left hooks to the body that were very solid. And you could see that Pauls was really taken aback. Maybe he wasn't expecting that type of attack from Bentley, but it was also the type of way to go about the fight where he could do nothing but try to fight back. Otherwise, Bentley was going to run him over. And that's what happened. And that's when the fight really began. As the rounds pursued, Pauls found himself into a rhythm of being able to fight back. He was no longer just fighting from behind, but he was matching with Bentley, who seemed to take his foot off the brake, so to speak. And I can understand why he would do that, because the intensity that he brought through the first 3 rounds was so strong. I'm not certain he could have fought 12 that way. So Falls found himself in the fight, and it was a bit of back and forth. However, Bentley was still the more fluid boxer. He got off the better variety of shots in this matchup. He was able to stave off Pauls with his jab. There were intervals where he would drop hooks to the body, and his right hand was respectable because as Pauls came in, there was a round, I'm not certain if it was the 6th round, but he hit him with a right hand, and Brad was like, oh, and he became hesitant in that instance. Close fight until in the 10th round, from a jab, it looked like Pauls took a knee, and that was a surprise, because when that transpired, you could see that it was some sort of resignation. But I believe that jab landed right on Paul's left eye and gave him reason to kind of like look for safety first. And that's okay, because we do see these things transpire. As he got up, Bentley looked to take the play and went after him, but he survived the round. The 11th and 12th rounds were definitely Bentley's rounds as well. And just like that, he had turned back the challenge of Brad Pauls. And now he's in a position where he may find himself challenging for Janabek's WBO middleweight title again. The second time around may be a bit different. Bentley can box. He has decent power. And if he's able to get body work in, I have to emphasize the significance of body work in matches. These guys are not as dedicated to that as they are happy with trying to hit somebody on the jaw or the chin. Bang the body, bang the drum. That's the key to success. Because when you empty the foundation of his solid strength and energies, it depletes the guy. So Denzel Bentley came out on top. This was a great opportunity for him to have a resurgence in his career, and I look forward to what can happen going forward with him challenging in the middleweight division. As for Brad Pauls, I think he can be a regional guy, but I'm not so certain that his talent is where he can find himself being a world champion. But you never know. But at this time, he's got to get something else going than just being a sturdy, strong man. Add more variety to your punch output. Utilize the ring, boxing technique. Get busy with a jab. Stop trying to be a strong man. Be a smart man. That's very important. Ring IQ in the sport of boxing. And we need these guys to be smart in there when they're giving their efforts. I was impressed with this performance by Denzel Bentley, and I was very much impressed with Queensberry Promotions' Magnificent 7 card. I look forward to seeing another in 2025. But what do you think? This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about the Magnificent 7 promotions overall? And what would you like to see out of it in 2025? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.